Hey y'all, welcome to today's video in my Bread Making for Beginners series. Have y'all ever made your own corn or flour tortillas? Well, guess what? We're going to today. I am headed to the school, to the car rider line to pick up grandkids from school. We're going to get back home and we are going to first have a little snacky because they're going to be starving when they get home. Then we're going to sit down. We're going to get our homework done. By then, it's going to be time to get supper started, and I'm going to let them in the kitchen to help me. They love playing in dough. They love being in the kitchen with me, so they're going to help me. So, y'all, meet me back in the kitchen when it's time to get these things started, and we will make our own flour tortillas tonight. Then we're going to take those tortillas and we're going to turn them into chicken and cheese quesadillas for the grandkids. And dear hubby and I are going to have some beef and bean enchiladas. So I will meet y'all back in my kitchen. Hey y'all, welcome to our channel. My name is Tracy and I'm the keeper of the home here at 4D Farms, where we are all about faith, family, home, and farm, and in that order. And we're kind of like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get. So y'all just come on in, grab a seat, take a look, and have a listen, because you don't want to miss a thing. All right, y'all, we are back in the kitchen and we are fixing to get this dough mixed up for the tortillas. They're finishing coloring just a little bit. I'm going to get this to start kneading and start mixing up, and then we will get to the next step and they'll be helping me, okay? You can find any recipe that you want to, y'all. The internet is full of tortilla recipes. I just picked one off of Pinterest and I printed it out, and I'm going to follow it, and I'll call it out to you. 3 cups flour. It doesn't have to be an exact science, y'all. 1. Ooh, I got to get some more flour. 2. 3. 3 cups flour. I'm going to put that over to the side. 1 teaspoon baking powder. Did you color? Oh, that is so cute.
Can I show them to them?
Show it to Poppy right quick.
Poppy.
1 teaspoon baking powder.
Oh my goodness.
1 teaspoon salt.
Can I show
Let me go through the recipe first, then you can show them your creation.
Okay.
Teaspoon salt, 1/3 cup oil. Whoa, be careful. 1/3 cup oil. All right, and then you're going to need 1 cup warm water. While I'm getting some warm water, do you want to show them your creation?
Yes, please.
Okay. I'm going to turn it around. I'm going to let her show y'all her creation.
This is my creation. So first you'll bend your paper like this and make a little character. And then you'll make it and then color it. But when you open it, you make it scarier, and this is what mine looks like. Looks cute.
Okay, here's our 1 cup warm water. Pour that in there. Dump it. Very good. So that's your recipe. We're just gonna, do you want to, all right, we've got it up. You want to turn it on 1 first.
2.
Slow. There you go. Then you might can turn it on 2. Okay, I'm gonna let this knead in here till it forms a dough. If you want to do this by hand, go right ahead. I just like my mixer. We're gonna get this together till it forms a dough. All right, we've got these into a dough ball. Got to get it off my hook. Come together very good. The next, what you're going to do, you're just going to still knead this just a little bit by hand, just a couple of times on the floured surface. And I think this one makes 12 tortillas. It should. So after we knead this just for a little bit, you're going to section this out into like 12 golf ball size balls. So I'm going to just knead this just a little bit, just to kind of get it to come together. You're working just a little bit of gluten in here so they don't rip apart, tear, fall apart when you try to roll tortillas. All right, I'm going to try to get 12 equal little size balls. So I'm going to do this like in a little snake-like thing, where I can go through here and try to cut these. Y'all painting? I'm just going to keep halving until I get 12 little sizes. Let's see if I can get that one a little more. Let me get this into 12 equal portions. All right, I got 10 equal little sections. You're going to take each section and just roll it in a ball, just like this, just into a ball, because these need a resting period just to form a little bit of a little bit more gluten. So even in tortillas, even if there's no yeast, they still need a resting period. So I'm going to roll all 12 of these into a ball, and we're going to set them here, and you want to cover them up with a damp tea towel so they don't dry out before you get to cook them, okay? So I'm going to finish all these the same way, and then just set them up under here to rest for 15 minutes. Okay, y'all, I'm sorry. I had to come in here where y'all could hear me. While those are resting, I'm going to start preparing the meat mixture to go inside the enchiladas and the chicken quesadillas. I took 2 to 3 chicken breasts. I cooked them in the microwave. I'm fixing to shred them, debone them, deskin them, and I'm going to mix them in with some taco seasonings. Then I'm going to take a pound of ground chuck. You can use ground beef, ground turkey, ground chicken, whatever you want. Brown it, drain it, then put your taco seasoning in there with a little bit of water. That's going to be the filling for both of our tortillas tonight. What's going to go in them, okay? But y'all, I'm cracking up. Both of them each have their tablets, and they're in here making their own videos. They want to be like their Gmom. So I'm going to let these rest, and then I'm going to get the meat mixture fixed for the fillings, and then see if they want to get done making videos so they can come and help me press all these tortillas out. If not, I guess I'll be doing it by myself. They'll either come join me or they won't. So they're just having fun doing their thing. So I'm going to get the meat mixture prepared while and we're all smacking on gum and blowing bubbles. They love it when I blow bubbles, and I blow a bubble inside a bubble. So my mouth is about to wear out. I may be fixing to have to spit my gum out. Let me go get the meat mixture fixed, and then we'll get to start working on these tortillas after they have rested. Okay. Keep it in a ball. Roll it in a ball. Now, put it right in the middle of the tortilla press. Okay. Now, use it to flatten it down. This is going to help get it as flat as it can. Okay, that's good. Okay, now, oh, look at that. Now you're going to take your tortilla off of the paper carefully. Let Gmo do it. Now, you're going to finish rolling this out as big and as thin as you can get it. A little bit of flour so it doesn't stick. Okay.
Look, it's all in the flour print.
Okay. Now make sure you keep it in a circle and turn as you go and get it as thin as possible. Caroline, put your tortilla in here. Okay? Now, you're going to close this down and you're going to press. Flatten your tortilla. Sister, try to keep it in a circle. Turn as you go. Okay, now get it as thin as possible. Alright, Caroline, open the press. Get it as carefully off the paper as you can. Peel slow.
I wonder if I can get it up there from
Oh, hold on to it. Flour your surface. Now keep it in a circle. Put it on the flour. Keep it in a circle. Now roll as flat as you can get it.
Whoa!
No. Roll it as flat as you can get it. Okay, now turn as you go. Turn and rotate. Okay, turn and rotate, Caroline. Turn and rotate. Now do another circle. Don't let it, listen, go slow. You don't want it to stick to your rolling pan. Try to get it a little flatter. Don't get crinkles in it. Okay, get it as flat as you can. And in a circle.
Look.
Okay, whoop, don't let it crinkle. Keep turning as you go and get it as thin as you can. All right, y'all, I'm going to have to finish these. Daddy came to pick up my little buddies and they had to go home. So I'm just going to walk y'all through the rest of this. Poppy's, bless his heart, he is back there cleaning up the living room for me. We work together as a team, y'all. He's like, while you finish supper, I'll clean up the living room from all the whatever is in here that y'all got out playing and having fun. We had a tea party, y'all, and they were coloring and drawing, and y'all, we have a good time at my house. So he's being a sweetheart. He's cleaning up that for me, and I'm going to finish these tortillas. Y'all, on these tortilla presses, I still use some plastic because when I don't use plastic, they still kind of stick to that aluminum tortilla press. So I use plastic to put the dough ball on and then press it, and it peels off so much easier. We are going to finish these tortillas. I'm going to use one of my granddaughter's rolling pins, and we're going to finish making the dough balls, or putting I've already done the dough balls and I flattened out some. And it's time to just keep pressing them out or keep rolling them out until you get them really thin, y'all. You're not looking for naan bread, or flat pita. You want tortillas. You want them thin. So I'm going to finish doing that. Then I got a bunch of them going and almost finished. I got me an iron skillet heating up on my stove, and I've got a plate over there with a tea towel to be ready to hold these when they come out. You're going to take your tortilla, dry iron skillet, y'all. Yeah, it's going to be seasoned, but don't add extra oil in it, okay? You're not frying these. You want it dry. You're going to drop it on there, and you are going to let these bake, heat up until you start seeing little bitty bubbles start forming. Have you a plate ready with a tea towel so when they come out you can cover them up quickly to keep them warm, and just keep doing the same process. Start looking for those bubbles. Now this process, y'all, can take 30 seconds up to a minute. Just be patient, okay? Now we're starting to see those bubbles, okay? So when you start seeing those bubbles like that, go ahead and flip it over. I can tell right now I'm going to have to adjust that heat on my iron skillet. I got it too high, so we'll turn that down. Now we're just going to do this for like 30 seconds, 40 seconds on the other side, and we're going to take it off, throw it right there on that plate, cover it up. You just want to keep eyeballing it. And we're just going to keep doing this process, y'all. I'm going to keep adjusting my heat on my iron skillet. You just flap them in there like that. We're going to keep going through this whole process till we get all these tortillas done, or halfway through. We're about halfway through now, y'all. Just, this is a process, y'all. You want to keep a rotating process going, okay? You don't want to walk away and leave these because you're going to have to count. You're going to have to keep eyeballing. You're going to have to keep watching. Stay close to your stove, okay? And see, you just flop, flop, flip, flip, throw them over there, and you're making tortillas, y'all. We're going to keep going. Just keep being patient. Keep watching. Keep watching for the air bubbles. Y'all see our China tea set back there? That's what we have tea parties for, y'all. Sometimes that's a way that they get to unwind when they come home from school. Can we have a tea party? Sure. And then sometimes when they got a little sore throat, I keep Echinacea tea on hand, and they're like, I need some tea for my throat. I'll whip you up some, honey. And that they are very careful with their China tea set because I have taught them, and we have tea parties all the time. We're just going to keep being patient with these, yada, 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 yada. All right. That may be the last one. I'm not sure. Okay, we're going to put that one over there. And now we are going to start assembling them. All of them are done. I've got my meat mixture here. That's the chicken. And then I've got a greased 9x13 casserole dish. Let me show you how these tortillas look. Do y'all see that? Y'all see how flexible those things are? You can just wad them things up and they keep their form. They keep their shape. Look at that. So we're going to start getting this enchilada casserole assembled. I'm going to be using a jar of my home canned enchilada sauce, and we are going to get that opened up. I'm struggling a little bit. I think I'm going to have to go find dear hubby to help me. He was close by putting away some more toys. I got him to help me open that up, y'all. Thank you, sweetheart. Now we're going to start pouring this in here. You pour a little bit in the bottom of your casserole dish, and then you start swish it around a little bit. Then you start filling up your enchiladas, your tortillas. That's the beef and bean mixture right there in that blue bowl. I'm just going to start scooping. And, of course, I got to have something to scoop it out with. I found something. We're going to start scooping this out, y'all, and putting it in the tortilla. Y'all, I love the way these roll up. They're flexible. They don't start tearing when you start rolling them up. They are perfect, y'all. I got my chicken there ready to go when I get ready to make the chicken quesadillas. They're not going to get to eat them today. I was hoping they'd get to stay for supper, but they went on home. It's a school night. They've got supper to eat, baths to get, homework to do. So they're the perfect length, y'all, to go in that pan. Perfect length. We rolled them out just fine. Anyway, they'll be able to eat. I'm going to go ahead and make their quesadillas. They'll get to eat them in a couple of days when they get to come spend the night with us. And we'll have some chicken quesadillas and movie night. So I'm going to keep on doing all these enchiladas till I get the whole pan filled. Next, all filled. Next, we're going to pour the rest of the sauce on top. I want to fill every nick, crack, and cranny. And then we are going to just start dumping cheese on this, y'all. I love cheese. So we are just going to start dumping cheese on top. Oh, we love cheese around here. We will buy the block cheese, and we'll buy a bunch of blocks. We will bring them home, cut them into cubes or in strips, flash freeze them, and then run them through my shredding attachment on my KitchenAid mixer, and then portion them into 1-cup portions, put them in freezer bags just like that, put them in the freezer, and we got cheese on hand at all times. We can't do the shredded cheese in the bag because it's coated with starches and stuff that just spikes dear hubby's sugar, so we buy it in the block. We are going to put this in the oven, and we are going to bake this until it's good and bubbly. Got my cheese. I had to get some more cheese out. I'm going to start prepping my oven is preheating right now. I'm sorry. I was preheating my oven. I'll put that in there as soon as the oven preheats, and we're going to bake that till it gets good golden and bubbly, okay? And everything's melting. The cheese is melting. I'm assembling the chicken quesadillas, getting them ready. I'm going to put them on a plate, and then we will start those here in just a minute. All they want on theirs is just chicken and cheese. That's it. So I'm going to be getting all those prepped and putting them on a plate and just keep doing my little assembly line here. Keep it going. I'll just use this plate to put them on till I get ready to take them over to the stove to start toasting them. I'm just going to keep on till I get all of these done. You just feel each one. Y'all, these things fold so good. They're good for children's hands. They cut up good into those little triangles that they cut them up for you at Taco Bell. They pick up a triangle. If they want some ranch or some salsa or something, they'll dip it in there and then they'll eat. And y'all, these are so pliable. I like this recipe and I like the way they turn out. There is tons of tortilla recipes on the internet. Y'all just pick one. I'm going to get all these finished. Now let's take these. We got the enchilada casserole in the oven. Bake it, I think 375 until everything's golden and bubbly and melting. Now I switched pans and we're going to get these tortillas going. The quesadillas, I'm just going to put these in the pan, y'all, dry. And I'm going to put these in there and just toast them on both sides. Just to kind of like crisp them up. I don't have a panini press, y'all, or a panini, whatever they're called. I don't have a panini press, y'all. There's no sense in me investing in one just for quesadillas. You can do them in your skillet just like this, toast them on each side. I'm going to keep on going till I get all of those done. We'll put them back on that plate. May have to start adjusting my heat on this one too. It's a little harder when your pan is dry, but you don't want to put a bunch of oils in here, y'all. You're not frying them. You don't want them oily. So just be careful. Turn your heat down. Keep your assembly line going. Keep watching these. Okay, now with the enchilada bubble up, not the enchilada bubble up, but the enchilada casserole is out of the oven, y'all. This turned out ooey and gooey. The cheese was so stringy and it just plopped on that plate so good. I want y'all to get a gander at this. Do y'all see the melted cheese and how they turned out? Y'all, these turned out so perfect. Quesadillas turned out perfect and toasty. Y'all, this was an easy recipe to follow. I hope y'all have enjoyed this. I hope y'all give tortillas a try.